Hello students, welcome to this online course of hydraulics engineering. So today we are going to see the next topic of this chapter, which is gradually varied flow. So today we are going to discuss the various type of slopes which are possible in an open channel. So first we will derive the equation for the slope, and then we will see what are the possibilities of the slopes. So this equation we have already seen, but just to maintain the continuity I am discussing it again. So the total energy which was given by H is Z plus E, or Z plus Y plus V square by 2G. So we already know now that E is the specific energy, which is the pressure head plus the velocity head. If you add these two terms, you will get the specific energy of a given section. So this is the diagrams for that specific energy. Now we can differentiate it. We want to see the variation, how the slopes are changing. So what we are going to do, we will differentiate it with respect to x. This is the direction of x. We want to see the change in depth and change in the various slopes. So dh by dx will be equal to dz by dx plus de by dx, or if we'll differentiate this part, then we will get dz by dx plus dy by dx plus d of dx v square by 2g. So till now we have seen. Now let us see what are the each term of this equation is showing us. So the second equation, which is in terms of y, z and v. So first term is dh by dx. It is representing the energy slope. So h is y plus z plus v square by 2g. So this was dh by dx. So this is the total energy h. So if we will differentiate it with respect to x, what it will show? It will show the change in energy, or the slope of energy curve. Whatever energy curve is there, dh by dx will show the slope of that particular curve. Since the total energy of the flow always decreases, this we have already discussed in detail. So if the flow is there in the direction of flow, the total energy is going to change. But this is not true for the specific energy. This point also we have discussed. So it is common to consider the slope of the decreasing energy line as positive. So we will get dh by dx as minus sf. So sf is the slope of energy line. Now dz by dx. So this term with respect to x, if we are differentiating, what we are going to see? The slope of bottom, because it is showing the datum head, how much the bed slope is, what is the distance of bed from the datum. So it will show the slope of the bottom. So again, it is like in the direction of flow, the elevation will decrease, then only the flow can be possible. We have to take the advantage of gravity. So in that sense, the depth should be decreasing in the direction of flow. So this will also be negative. So we are taking it as minus s naught. Now dy by dx represent the water surface slope relative to the bottom slope, because in this diagram you can see this is the y. So this is the water surface, and dy by dx will show us the water surface slope. The fourth term, which is what? Derivative of v square by 2g with respect to x. So finally, if we will try to differentiate it, so we are getting this value, and dA by dy we already know it is capital T, or the top width. So finally we will get the differentiation of the velocity head as minus q square by ga cube dA by dy into dy by dx. So we want to check the variation of dy by dx finally. So by rearranging the terms, we will get dy by dx as s naught minus sf whole divided by 1 minus q square t by ga cube. So q square t upon ga cube, this is very important term, as I have told you already. This is the square of Froude number. So Froude number for critical flow is how much? 1. Okay, so for critical flow you can see dy by dx is how much? It will approach to infinity. Okay, so this is the basic differential equation of GVF, and it is also known as the dynamic equation of GVF or the gradually varied flow. So I hope this is clear up till now. So this equation is very important in deriving the slopes or in checking the slopes of any particular given condition. If you want to draw the profile of that particular flow, you have to take help of this basic equation. So this is one of the very important equation of this chapter. Okay, now how we are going to classify the flow profiles. So in a given channel, y0 and yc are two fixed depths. Okay, sorry, so there are two depths, y0 and yc. So yc we already know, it is a critical depth. Y0 is the normal depth. Okay, so if q, n and s0 are fixed, so q is what? A by n, r raised to power 2 by 3, s0 raised to power 1 by 2. So it is a function of y. This is also a function of y. So if these three quantities are constant, so y0 and yc will be fixed for a given particular condition, that is q, n and s0. Now if there are two quantities, what are the possibilities we are having? Either y0 will be greater than yc, or it can be equal to yc, or the third possibility is it can be less than yc. So if there are two quantities, they can be greater than, equal to, or less than with respect to each other. Now if with respect to the bed slope, what can be the possibility? Either the bed slope can be negative or the bed slope is positive. Okay, so if the bed slope is negative, that is s0 is less than 0, it means it is an adverse condition. So it will be very tough for us to make the flow possible. Now based on the above, the channels are classified into 5 categories. So we will see what are these 5 categories. For each of the 5 categories of channels, lines representing the critical depth and normal depth can be drawn in the longitudinal section. So this we are going to see in detail. Also, for a given particular channel classification, there can be two regions, region 1, region 2 and region 3. So these are the 5 possible channel category. So mild slope, steep slope, critical slope, horizontal slope and adverse slope. So these are the possibilities which we will be seeing. So region 1, so let us say this is the bed slope, this is one particular depth, this is second particular depth. So this is region 1, this is region 2 and this is region 3. What is region 1? Space above the topmost line. So this region will be region 1. Region 2 is space between top line and the next lower line. So this is the top line, this is the next lower line, so this will be 2 and remaining will be region 3. So mild slope, the symbol is M, steep slope S, critical slope C, horizontal H and adverse A. Now how we can say that the slope is mild? If y0 will be greater than yc. So this is the basic condition. Okay, y0 will be always greater than, if y0 is greater than yc, then the slope will be mild. When this is going to be possible? If the flow is subcritical at normal depth. Okay, subcritical means Froude number is less than 1 and the depth of flow is greater than the critical depth. This we have already discussed. Now steep slope is reverse of mild slope. Here critical depth is greater than the normal depth, so it will be reverse. It was subcritical, so it will be supercritical. Common sense. Now critical slope means the depth of normal depth of flow is equal to critical depth. So critical flow at normal depth. Horizontal slope, when it is going to be possible? When the bed is horizontal, and when this condition is going to come when the bed slope is equal to 0. Okay, so S naught is 0. Adverse slope means S naught will be less than 0. So it is not possible to make the flow easily. Flow will be possible, but it is very tough task. Now let us see how the mild slope will look like. So the condition was y naught greater than yc. Okay, so in region 1, what is the condition? Y is greater than y naught greater than yc. In region 2, y will be in between yc, and for region 3, y naught, yc and y. So in this way you have to check the value of dy by dx, then only we can plot the profiles. So NDL means normal depth line, CDL means critical depth line. So these are the legends you can use. So if like broken line is there, then it is CDL, and if like double broken line, it is NDL. Okay, so in this way you can see the various profiles which are possible for mild slope. Now for steep slope, 1 minute. For a steep slope, yc will be greater than y naught. So here only you have to change. So this is your yc and this is your y naught. Here also you can see NDL means y naught normal depth, CDL is critical depth line. Again for region 1, what is the possibility? Y naught, yc, y naught, y naught, yc. Similarly you can see, you can check for 2 and 3 region. Okay, for critical slope, what is going to happen? Y naught is equal to yc. So either y will be greater than these two quantities or it will be less than these two quantities. So these things you have to be very careful while checking the flow profile. For horizontal bed, what is there? Yc is there only, and S naught is equal to 0. This we are going to see. And last, which is adverse slope. Okay, so for adverse slope, S naught is less than 1. You can see to make the flow possible for this thing is very difficult. Okay, so this is for today. In the next lecture we will be seeing the flow profiles of various sections. Depending upon, we will use the formula dy by dx, and we will check, we will first convert this formula dy by dx in terms of y, yc and y naught, and then it will be very easy to check whether it will be dy by dx will be 0, it will be greater than 0, or it will be less than 0. If we are having the qualitative information, then we can easily plot the profiles. So this we are going to see in the next lecture. So this is all for today. Thank you.